welcome back to my channel. My name is Jodie and I help you change your beliefs so you can change your body, your health, and your life. This video, I want to answer a question I got, and that is, how many cycles of bulking and cutting do you need to go through to get lean and to get your best looking and feeling body? The answer to this really depends on your starting point, but assuming that you are someone who has been trying to lose fat through calorie restriction or quick fix diets for most of your life, you're probably going to have to go through more cycles than what you would think to get as lean as you actually desire. And where you tend to go wrong to begin with is trying to cut and trying to lose fat, when reality is most of you need to build more muscle first, but you can also lose fat at the same time. And I don't recommend going into a bulk first. I also don't recommend going into a cut though. It's that saying, right? If you keep trying to do the same thing that hasn't been working, so calorie restriction, cutting calories, dieting, then doing it again is not going to work. You need a different approach. And that is why I recommend, for majority of people, especially if you don't really have a lot of weight to lose, you need to start with recomposition first. And what I mean by that is losing fat, building muscle at the same time through eating at maintenance calories. And for most of you, that is going to involve building your calories up from what you're currently eating in line with your training volume and intensity. I was speaking to a client about this the other day because she has been experiencing this. She's gone from a mini cut into a kind of rehab healing phase, and now we're building her calories up again. And her hunger wasn't really needing the calories. She had to start eating more first, and then she's been able to put that extra energy into her training. That has made a big difference in terms of how much she can push the weights up. And using that extra energy to do so means that she's now getting hungry for those calories. It's like this intricate cycle, all ties together. But again, where you tend to go wrong is thinking less is best, when reality is having that little bit more can really help you get to where you want to go faster, even though it doesn't really make sense to you just because you don't understand the information that I'm giving. And there's a difference between knowing something and truly understanding it, and often you have to go through the experience to truly get it. So going back to the question, how many bulk and cut cycles do you need? You don't start with a bulk or cut for majority of you. You start with recomposition, and then once you have spent a year or more recomping, get as much progress as you can out of this, then you can start looking at bulking or cutting. And once you are at that stage, once your metabolism is improved as well, like you should be eating 2,000 plus calories a day, what I would recommend after that is going into a further build phase to get those calories up even more. And then once you're there, you can cut them and get a really good response. Now, this isn't exact for everyone. I do have clients that are going through this process on slightly lower calories, but as a guide, most of you should be eating 2,000 plus calories a day before you begin cutting. And then once you're in this cycle of bulking and cutting, the progress only gets better the more you do it. I have been at this for around 8 years now, right? Working with a coach for majority of that time, because my progress just keeps getting better and better. If I had have stopped after 1 year, I would have missed out on achieving an even better body than I thought possible. And it's that saying that you don't know what you don't know, right? Just because you think that you're good now and you're happy, it doesn't mean that there's not better. And it's fine if you are happy and that's where you want to stop. But to maintain that progress, you're going to have to keep going to the gym anyway. You're going to have to keep up that protein and keep being active overall. So why not keep making progress while you're doing that? That's how I see it anyway. Like, I don't like staying the same. I like to continue growing and improving and seeing what else I can achieve. And so that's why I keep going. But anyway, the more cycles you go through, the better your progress is going to be. And for a lot of you, especially if you don't have a lot of weight to lose, but you store a lot of fat around your stomach, you are going to have to go through years of this process to get that lean body that you desire. And I'm just saying it how it is, right? Like, I don't sugarcoat things. That is the reality. If you're doing things properly, it is going to be slow. If you are doing things in a way that actually improves your health and respects your body, it is going to be slow. But you're also doing it in a way where you can enjoy your life at the same time. So it's like, what is the rush? I have multiple clients I can think of that have been with me for years now because their progress just keeps getting better and better. And one client in particular that I'm thinking of, she used to always complain about the fact she wasn't seeing her stomach going down, but she was seeing progress in the rest of her body. And it's taken her years to start to see that the progress was happening all along, even in her stomach. It's just that there was so much fat stored in that area, it's taken longer for her to actually see it. And then there's the whole body dysmorphia thing as well. And like, I could see the progress, her measurements were going down, but it still takes time for, like, because you have this image in your head of what you want to achieve and you're comparing it to that, rather than seeing the trajectory of your progress. And because it doesn't look like this image, you think it's not happening, right? And then the more it starts to look like that image, that's when you finally accept, oh, it is happening. It has been happening all along. Anyway, that is all for this video. I hope it answered that question. I think I did. You're gonna have to go through multiple cycles, and it really depends on your body, your starting point, how petite you are. If you're petite, it's probably going to take even longer. And that's the reality. Like, you either accept that and start changing, start improving, or you keep going through these quick fixes that don't actually help you anyway. That is all for this video now. Thank you for watching. If you liked it, please like it. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe. If you have any questions, feel free to send me an email. I put that in the description box. And I will see you in the next video.